All right, welcome back. Now, we would like to welcome His Excellency Paul Raymund Cortes, Consul General of Dubai, United Arab Emirates. Good afternoon from Manila, sir.
Good afternoon as well. Thank you for inviting me and thank you for welcoming me.
And thank you, sir, for gracing our program. I would like to ask, sir, kumusta po ang mga Pilipino natin dyan sa UAE?
Well, a lot of the Filipinos here are in good shape. So far, there have been about 7,700 cases across the whole UAE for COVID-19 cases. And of these 7,000, almost 1,000, 46 lang po ang naitalang deaths and about 1,500 recoveries. Yung UAE naman po has been very, very active as far as trying to secure not only yung mga local Emiratis but the rest of the migrant communities here with frequent disinfection ng mga public roads, facilities, buses, trains and all that, and puspusang mass testing. In fact, the UAE is second to Iceland when it comes to the number of tests per million population. So as you could see, talagang ginagawan ho ng paraan ng UAE na maging safe din yung mga migrants dito. Considering of the 10 million na nasa UAE ngayon, 1 million lang po ang local Emiratis. The rest are migrants and mostly Indians, which comprise 35% or something like 3.5 million Indians, 1.5 million Pakistanis, and then you have the local Emiratis. Tayo, we're looking at about 800,000 of us here, Africans, Europeans, and Indonesians, and the rest of the global community nandito na po.
Okay, so you mentioned how the migrants are being helped by the
yes, by the local authorities.
By the local authorities.
In fact, a few days ago, malapit na hiling ho kasi ang Ramadan, Sheikh Mohammed, the Vice President, Prime Minister, and ruler of Dubai, had pledged, he called it 10 million meals. So nobody goes hungry, not only during this COVID time, but through Ramadan. At ito yung kanilang endeavor to give out food sa mga nangangailangan, especially maraming mga tao ho dito na no work, no pay, ika po nga. Ito yung mga nagtatrabaho mostly sa mga malls, sa restaurants, sa mga hotel. Alam naman po natin ang buong tourism industry bagsak na bagsak po, lalong-lalo na wala akong pumapasok sa turista. And Dubai is one of those Emirates na talagang yun lang ang kanilang ikinabubuhay. They're very, very high on tourism, finance, trade, aviation. Kasi medyo naglihis na po sila sa oil-based na ekonomiya. Hindi tulad po ng Abu Dhabi. At sa Abu Dhabi, talagang marami pa silang lakis. Ang Dubai po, ang kanilang focus non-oil-based. So, itong tourism industry. At dahil nga sa COVID-19, we have seen a lot of our kababayans and the rest of the other migrant communities din na nawalan ng trabaho o kaya'y nag-furlough o kaya'y forced leave without pay. So medyo marami ho nahihirapan at nagsistep in naman po ang gobyerno dito sa lahat ng kanilang mga programs para sa mga katulad natin, katulad ng mga walang no work, no pay.
What measures are currently in place in Dubai? Like here, we are in lockdown measures. We cannot go out unless we have a quarantine pass. In Dubai, how is it po? Can you give us a picture on?
Well, the 24/7 lockdown, ibig sabihin wala talagang lalabas maski anong oras ng araw, ay in place all the way until April 25. In fact, it was only until April 18, but it was extended again to make sure na talagang hindi pa maglaganap ang pag-spread ng virus. If you want to go out, you need to buy medicine, you need to buy your grocery, or you're one of those essential industries, you need to apply for what they call a permit, a DXB, which is Dubai's code DXB permit and ina-apply to online. And once you apply this online, the approval goes straight to your cell phone, which you could now show to the police in case you are stopped or in case you need to show proof that you are actually been permitted to go out. And this permit is given once every 3 days and is good for a period of 3 hours. So
Okay.
yeah, you have to make sure talaga na
Paano
kailangan
po pag
gawin mo
lumagpas
lahat.
kayo ng 3 hours na hindi
Well, yun
sinasadya?
nga. Then the police will have to step in and determine the
Oh.
viability or feasibility of your reasons why you had to extend. Again, sorry. Itong DXB permit po, para sa mga non-essential po. So, yung mga essentials, like for those working in the banks, healthcare institutions, grocery, food
Yes.
distribution, lahat po yan ay pinapayagan for as long as you show your company ID. And the police already have an idea and have a list of all those companies na pinapayagan nila mag-operate during these COVID times. Obviously, Bangko, because you need money to go around, you need money for the whole system to work. Yung mga ATMs, yung ATM ho, hindi siya essential. Yung ATM yan, if you need to withdraw money, you're given one ATM pass for in a span of 3 days. So if you need to get money get money from the ATM, it has to be for a good period of 3 days. Otherwise, hindi kayo papayagan to keep applying for that DXB permit so often.
Sir, Dubai service delivery system is remarkable because it's where anything can be brought to your place, from gasoline to medicine to ice cubes to your swimming pool. Di ba? Ganyan sila. Even government and bank transactions can be delivered, online. Dubai Smarts.
Yes, opo. Bank transactions are usually online, by phone, I should say. And in fact, pati ako, I haven't been to the bank in a year because all I need to do is just use my app and pati na rin ho sa grocery delivery. Pagka maramihang grocery lang, doon kami pupunta. Pero nasanay talaga ang mga tao sa delivery dito. And hindi naman sasabihin na gulat ang buong madla when it comes to deliveries. Pero at least meron na silang inkling na nagagawa ito. Pati nga dry clean nung araw, talagang lahat yan kinukuha sa bahay mo and then they will deliver it as well pag na-laundry na lahat yan. Which means the economy here is built towards adapting very quickly. But of course, with a tourism-based economy, talagang marami din po nahirapan, which is why marami din dumalapit at humihingi po ng ayuda, humihingi ng konting tulong when it comes to their groceries and when it comes to their food. At tumutulong din naman ho ang host government. In fact, whatever list that comes to us, we pass it on directly to Dubai Police, and Dubai Police readily gives out meals sa ating mga kababayan at the rest of the other nationalities and ethnicities as well. At as I said, itong kalagayan ng mga ng buong community sa UAE top-notch din, at we have a lot of support from the host government. We also have a lot of support from the Filipino community mismo, nagbabayanihan din. Of course, pagka nagbabayanihan kayo, hindi naman po pwedeng lahat kayo pupunta at dadagsa sa isang lugar dahil tandaan po natin nga, may TXB permit na kailangan applyan at you're only given once every 3 days. So, sparingly, ginagawa ng mga kababayan natin, nagsasalitan sila to give out donations, to give out, distribute some of the relief goods as well sa mga nangangailangan.
Sir, yung DOLE, can you explain the why it suspended the one-time cash aid of $200? Am I right, for Filipinos whose jobs?
Sige po,
Yeah, please do.
it's a one-time, yes po, it's a one-time cash assistance of $200, or in local currency, it's 730 UAE dirhams. And as far as I know, as of 21st April, yesterday, midnight, 25,000 submissions have already been applications have already been submitted. And you can only imagine how with the number of staff follow. And now the consulate is also helping out. We are inundated talaga with looking and poring over all those applications to make sure na qualified yung mga bibigyan ng 730, and the qualifications are na-terminate ka, or isa ka sa mga no work, no pay, or isa ka sa mga nahihirapang maghanap ng trabaho during the COVID crisis. So, tatlong what do you call this, tatlong criteria po yun na pinag-isa-isa. So, and since there is a quota as far as Dubai is concerned, I'm not really very sure. I think DOLE would be the appropriate authority, the agency to ask for that. Obviously, hindi mabibigyan lahat ng 25,000. And if it was not suspended, siguro aabot na yan ng 30-40 mil. Hindi lang po Dubai ang hold ng applications. In fact, Riyadh, Manama, Kuwait, lahat po yan. And even Singapore, if I remember correctly seeing one of those notes, nagbigay din po ng suspension kasi nga nag-over na ho yung what do you call this, yung submissions, yung mga applications na pinadala ng ating mga kababayan. And then it also goes to show na talaga siguro marami talaga na-apektuhan. And when you're looking at the numbers, 25,000 out of 800,000, hindi lang natin alam how many else were not able to apply.
Okay. Pero sir, ibabalik din. Do you have any update on that? Or
Well, as far as it's only a temporary suspension hanggat mapag-aralan lahat at magbigay na. In fact,
para ma-sort out po.
Nagsimula na akong, yes po. In fact, yesterday nagbigay na ako ang polo, our Philippine Labor Office natin ng yung ayuda na yan, yung one-time cash assistance. Pero pinapadala ho ata through an exchange, through a remittance center. So pupunta lang si kabayan sa remittance center. Once they get the confirmation dun sa kanilang mga cellphone at email addresses, so pupunta sila doon para makuha na nila yung kanilang cash assistance. Pero yun nga po, it's a one-time cash assistance. So hopefully this the whole crisis it isn't long drawn kasi at some point, we really need to go back to normal. But of course, all that is dependent on the flattening of the curve, so to speak, or to make sure that the number of the contamination doesn't spread even more.
Sir, si Ambassador Jesus Domingo of New Zealand, I also asked this question, and would like to ask you this. What is is there a positive takeaway from all this that is happening right now, and what is your message to everyone watching you right now?
Sure. We've seen some sad stories of how people reacted when faced with hunger or when faced with desperation. But this sort of crisis exactly brings out the character in us. It shows us why we are above every other being on earth. Humanity and sanity must reign over inanities and desperation and frustration. Ipakita po natin in this time of crisis what makes us truly human and what makes us human beings and stewards of this earth. Alam po natin na it's a difficult process for a lot of us, a lot of our kababayans, especially when faced nga po with hunger and desperation. But ipakita po natin what it makes what our character truly is, what is the essence of being a human being. At the same time, it also goes to show that a lot of things actually work without the things that we had thought nung araw na hindi talaga pala na necessary. So obviously we survived without going and buying new shoes or new clothes every so often. We survived not going to the mall just to hang out or just to socialize with everybody else. Of course, ang una natin nakikita is the socialization has really gone down, but it gave us so much time to realign ourselves with our families, with with those we live with. And in my case, because Dubai is a very hectic foreign service post. Much of my time is outside the home, at the helping out our kababayans, visiting the hospitals, visiting the jails. So it's a really, really hectic post. For the past couple of weeks, have seen me spend my time with my little boy and my wife, and it's so easy for us to to be at home with the family, and it's so enlightening to know exactly what your priorities are.
Thank you so much, sir. On behalf of Eagle Broadcasting Corporation, wish you good health. Thank you so much for your time.
Maraming salamat din ho, and if you permit me, shout out po sa ating mga kapatiran na nanonood dito sa Dubai at Hilagang Emirates, at kapit lang po, at dasal-dasal lang po tayo. Everything is going to pass, and we do know that after all this, marami po tayo matututunan for ourselves and for our children.
Maraming salamat po. Buhay po kayo. Thank you po.